I'm inside the engine compartment of this R107 doing a little troubleshooting. The owner was told that they needed a new heater core. There was apparently water coolant or whatever getting inside the car, and the mechanic says, okay, you're going to need a new heater core, and that's going to be $2,500. And she says, nah, just plug it off. So that's what happened. They just took the two hoses out, hooked them together, and bypassed the heater core. Before I jump in there and start tearing out the interior of this car, this is a huge job to replace this. I decided to do some exploratory work. I pulled the cover off for the heater blower motor assembly. I pulled the heater blower motor assembly out. I'm looking around here seeing if I can see any evidence of coolant on the fins. Nothing. The other day I thought, you know, what I really need to do before I do anything else is pressure test the heater core, just like you would pressure test a radiator. If I can pressure test this and it does not leak pressure, then it's not the heater core. So out comes my pressure tester. Look at that. We found another use for the pressure tester that we build here at Mercedessource. So I did buy a couple new heater hoses, and I installed this one up in there. And once again, it's really tough to get to that clamp up there. And look at this. I made an adapter at the end of the hose to connect to my pressure tester. And coming out to the pressure tester, I'm going to be able to pump this up to probably 8 to 10 psi. I don't want to get it, you know, too high, but that's going to be enough to show if the core's leaking. If the core's leaking and I get 10 psi here, guess what happens if I let this sit for a few minutes and that needle slowly starts to go down? Yeah. Okay, then I got to roll up my sleeves and spend 20 to 30 hours fixing this thing. Okay, so what we're going to have to do on the other side, because it's so hard to get to, I'm just going to have my sidekick get his thumb in there with a silicone plug, and we're going to hold that while I pump up pressure, and let's see what happens. Okay, I'm going to cross my fingers here. All right, let's start pumping up pressure. Make sure the tank is tight. Make sure the relief valve is closed. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pump it up to 5, hold momentarily, and then I'm going to pump it up to about 8, because my sidekick's finger gets tired if it's more than 8 psi. All right, let's lock it in there, right there. And let's see what happens. Oh, baby, look at that. It's not moving. Man, you don't know how happy I am to find out that's not moving at all. If there were even the slightest leak in the heater core, you would see that needle move ever so slowly. Now, if I release pressure, there's going to be a good blowout back there where he's holding some on that other pipe. Okay. So at least we know the heater core's okay, but that doesn't solve the mystery. Where do you think that water is coming from? And why were these owners and the mechanic fooled thinking it was a leaking heater core?